Julie Metzner, your CEO here at ABC Hospital. How are you? I hope you're ready for some happy holidays. I just want to start off by thanking you. It is thanks to you that we have such high patient satisfaction scores and that you were able to get a 2% bonus recently. Because of your hard work and dedication, our patient satisfaction scores improved and patient harm events decreased significantly, particularly around patient-acquired infections, unplanned extubations, pressure ulcers, and line infections. It is your hard work and dedication that made this happen. And because of that, we had a surplus in the budget. We are now going to buy a fully integrated electronic health record. Because of your hard work, you made it possible. We're going to buy an Epic system that also has MyChart for our patients. This system will fully integrate every aspect, every area, every possible thing in our system for our patients. I expect that we will be completely paperless within 1 year's time. I'll say that again. I expect that we will be fully paperless in 1 year's time. I know that's hard to imagine right now, but I know we can do it. So let me tell you about this new system. It is really going to make your life so much easier. Communication between medical providers and staff, nurses, dietary, lab, radiology, everybody is going to be so much better. You will be able to stay in your own unit and look at x-rays. You won't have to go down to radiology to see them anymore. This is going to be phenomenal for everyone involved. How is this going to look like? What's going to happen? Well, the things that are going to be integrated first and foremost will be our PACS radiology system, lab, every specialty clinic, dental, ophthalmology, pulmonary rehab, cardiac rehab, pharmacy, inpatient and outpatient lab. And all of this is going to work in with MyChart with the patients so that they can communicate with their doctors. They will be able to call, text, email, or video conference their doctors. For any clinic, they just need to schedule an appointment. They can do that online, on their computer, or through their app on their phone, or their iPad. However they want to do it, they can do it. It is going to be seamless and easy to use. All of this is going to happen relatively quickly. Sometimes it can be hard to understand when I'm saying, oh, this is going to be connected and that's going to be connected. So let me just talk you through an example. So we're going to talk about Mr. Jones. Mr. Jones has COPD, and he comes to our hospital, unfortunately, on a regular basis for exacerbations in his COPD, and he's been seen in our ED, on intensive care, and on our pulmonary floor. Mr. Jones is also followed in our pulmonary clinic by Dr. Smith. So Mr. Jones has had enough. He doesn't want to come to the hospital anymore. He wants to improve his self-care. So what can he do with our new system? So Mr. Jones is going to sign up for MyChart, and he's going to create an account. And in that account, he can have access his account either on his laptop computer or desktop computer. There's an app that can work on his phone or tablet, and he can, in any of those things, whether it's a computer, a phone, a tablet, he can access his lab work, his pulmonary function tests, his medication, his x-rays, where's his oxygen level trending, all of that he can access. So for example, Mr. Jones wants to talk to Dr. Smith. So he calls and sets up a phone appointment, and they discuss it. And Dr. Smith helps them get all set up, shows them how to look at his trends. So for example, in COPD, they often retain CO2. So Mr. Jones wants to trend his blood gas results. So he can go and do that and see where his CO2 is trending. He can see where his pulmonary function tests are trending, and he can see where his oxygen requirement and oxygen saturations are trending. So he decides he doesn't like where things are headed. And he's feeling like he's been seen in the emergency department too often. So he can schedule an appointment with Dr. Smith, and they can talk about what are next steps, what can be done. Should they add another medication, or now time to start pulmonary rehab? Should Mr. Jones go to pulmonary rehab for 6 weeks and learn new life skills to treat his symptoms? And in these apps, he can track his symptoms, and he can get on his phone a portable pulse ox monitor and check his home oxygen levels. And that way he can send messages to Dr. Jones and tell him, or Dr. Smith, I'm sorry, and tell him what's happening. This is very exciting stuff. And this is how it would work for one patient. Now imagine that working for all of our patients, whether they have a cardiac compromise, whether they have a kidney compromise, whether they have a combination of that. Maybe they're new type 2 diabetic and they need a lot of training on how to manage their care. They can do that with this integrated system and communicating with their doctors, nurses, and healthcare providers. Another great tool that we're working on is patients who use our pharmacy will get alerts when it's time to refill their medications. Should they be using it properly? Hopefully they are. They'll get a reminder to say, hey, it's time to refill your medications, and they can do that easily on the website or the app. Very simple. We are trying to make patients' lives easier, and with this system, make your lives easier and make your work life easier so that everything just works seamlessly and you don't have to put in all these extra legwork and steps into your day to give excellent care to your patients, which you already do. So I want you to take this as your life is going to be so much easier. How is this going to roll out? Well, this week you're going to see computers being installed all throughout the system. There are going to be plenty of workstations. There's going to be desktop workstations, there's going to be workstations on wheels, and there will be tablet devices so that documentation can happen directly at the bedside in real time. Epic will be installed into the mainframe this week as well, and testing will begin immediately to fully integrate everything. Testing will be long and extensive, and unfortunately, the only time delay that we foresee is that there might be up to 2 months wait for this system to be fully operational. But just know that your IT department and Epic are working hard every single minute of every single day to roll this out to you with as little bugs and little problems as absolutely possible. We have learned from our colleagues at Children's Hospital Colorado and the University Hospital that it does take a little bit of time, but once it's up and running, it works very, very well. They've also given us a lot of really good tips on how to deal with potential downtime in case the system goes down. What are we going to do? So there will be more training to come on how to deal with those types of scenarios. Thank you so much for your hard work and dedication to ABC Hospital and to our patients and our families. I appreciate everything that you do every day, and I hope that you will fully enjoy and be excited about this new electronic health record as I am. Talk to you later.
Oh my God. What are you making all?